Hi guys. Hi Joe. I see ya. I know a bunch of people should be hopping over. I will, kind of chit chat for a few minutes before I get started. Ooh, I am in the fidgets and I'm losing my voice for some weird reason. How annoying. I hope that's not the universe telling me to shut the fuck up. Okay, here we go. So, welcome back to Being Becca. Which I'm now calling it because I can't be out in the backyard for the next couple of months. So here I am. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Miriam. Welcome back to live stream, you guys. I am Becca Lori Hector, and this is Being Becca. We are kind of a little groupie of people. We meet once a week at this time to sort of do a support groupie thing. Hey, Bill. And just kind of get together on a topic, talk a little bit about it, and kind of share our kind of perspective, I guess, on whatever it is. And so sort of I try to blend it around what the kind of things that I'm doing in my life and what I'm learning in my life that I can share with you as one autistic adult to another. So here we go. This week, you guys, craziness for me, real craziness. Okay. Food truck opens on a Friday. That's right. Can you believe it? I can't. I really can't. I'm proud of us. Antonio and I still love each other very much. And we built this food truck together. So yay. It's been exciting. We've had some incidents, which if you are a regular subscriber to my YouTube, you got to know about Growing Gratitude. And that is my new Sunday little, I don't know, live stream. It's another live stream because I don't have the patience to upload. So I just do a live stream. I'm doing that on Sundays. It's going to be a little short 15, 20-minute thing on Sundays where I talk about the stuff that I am grateful for that week in an effort to grow the gratitude in my life so that you can grow the gratitude in yours, which is amazing. Yay. And we did it last Sunday, was the first one just a couple of days ago. And the response has been amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for your views, your thumbs ups, your subscriptions. I appreciate them. I really do. It lets me know that the stuff that I'm doing is worth continuing to do. And so I appreciate all the ways in which you communicate that to me. Thank you. So here we are today. I am just I don't know, switch screens from our group coaching call for Unit 3 for my very first cohort, my live cohort of self-defined living, a path to a quality autistic life. And I am so proud of this crew. I could not be prouder of the people in this group, of the growth that you guys are doing, of the efforts that you're making, of your commitment to self. I don't know. I have goosebumps right now that I wish you could see just talking about, I don't know, my big mama pride. That's how I feel. I feel like I had a little litter of kittens and I kept you guys warm and I taught you how to be a cat. And then I sent you out into the world now. And that's how I feel it a little bit. But I am so proud of your growth and I cannot wait for you guys to grow up into lions and tigers. It's going to be, get the downloads. You just miss out on the group coaching calls and such. But you can do it that way, or you can wait around till January when I run it live again, which will be fun. Yeah, so enough on that. I am proud of you guys, but we had such a good topic that we got ourselves talking on in our group coaching call that I am not done thinking about now. So I'm going to keep talking about it here. So the thing that we got talking about was autistic inertia. And autistic inertia is a really specific experience, specific to those of us on the spectrum. We just had a really amazing conversation about how to kind of describe it and how to kind of relay the experience to other people without them knowing what that word is or knowing what that word is. And so I'm going to kind of describe what I think to be the inertia cycle, right? And we'll talk about it. And hopefully that'll be familiar to you guys. Maybe it's a term you guys have never heard of too. And you need to go Google it so that you can start being kinder to yourself in the times when you need that extra kindness. Autistic inertia is I have now deemed it to be like lump zone. That is what autistic inertia is. When you have arrived in lump zone, you are having autistic inertia. And lump zone is this really specific place in your mentality and in your physicality and in your brain availability. It just affects, for us on the autism spectrum, it affects everything from how much we care about our hygiene to, or how little really, to getting dressed, to participating with other people, to even caring about our special interests can sometimes be zapped away by inertia. So I want to talk about it. So kind of how we get there. So I guess I want to begin at the beginning of the cycle. And I'm going to kind of talk about how when you think you've got shit going on, man, and you've got your flow, you're doing what you love, hey, Stevie, and you're kind of, you're rolling with it, right? And you're like, I've got this handled. I had this huge problem, but I'm figuring out how to solve it, yo. And I'm on my way and everything's kind of going and that's great. And then all of a sudden, this unexpected challenge plumps itself, plop, right in the middle of your path, just like that. And it is not a little stick that you might trip over. It is some kind of huge log that has landed and that you cannot even see a way to climb over. Okay, that is the kind of thing that's what it feels like when it happens. It feels that big. And you literally just, I cannot describe it in any other way, but you almost, you hear your brain crack, or you're like, you just go, what? Nope. And like a switch flips and you kind of just go, fuck this. Literally, what the fuck have I been doing? I've been full of curses, you guys, but I think when I really mean something, I really become a New Yorker, and then I think of them as adjectives. So they're emphasizing adjectives, you guys. Try not to be offended. So like, I just go like, fuck this. And the hands go in the air and I literally don't care. Right? I don't care that I've been going towards this thing, putting all my spoons towards this thing for the last whatever months, years, doesn't matter, weeks. And I just throw my hands in the air and say, fuck it all. That's what I feel like. I take a giant pill of fuck it all. And I take myself to my couch, my bed, whatever your spot may be. And I lump it there. That's what I call it. You head into the lump zone, right? And in lump zone, you guys, is no good. In lump zone, you have bleh, right? You don't care. You don't care about bathing. You don't care about changing. You don't care about getting out of bed. You don't care about eating. You don't care about anything. Nothing. You're like, I have tried, and this is what I've said to myself in my head, literally these words. I have tried my best. I have done every fucking thing I can think of. I have gotten up every day, even though the world was against me. And God damn it, why did this thing have to happen? Why would the universe drop this crap in the middle of my face? And then I just go, you know what? I can't. Obviously, I can't. Obviously, this is the conversation. I'm allowing you into my internal conversation patterns, right? And I go, you know what? I don't care. You're right, universe. Thank you. You're right. I will never be happy. I don't deserve success. I don't deserve the things that I'm working for. You're right. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for having tried. I'm going to go sit on the couch and lump myself. And I do that. And that becomes autistic inertia. And it begins as this, it begins in the early stages, I feel like, feeling like you're disillusioned with whatever it is that you're kind of dealing with, right? Where you're like, you know what, why? Just why am I doing it? And it just starts with a little bit of that why attitude, or a little bit of like, fuck all this and I hate everybody feeling, right? And it just starts like that. And then you have the thing. Then the thing drops. Whatever that thing is falls into your life, and that switch flips, and the conversation goes on this kind of, the internal conversation goes down this path, right? So there you are. I'm not worth it. I'm sitting on the couch. Netflix, don't care, mindless television, stupid books, it doesn't matter, whatever. I am literally just an oxygen using lump, literally. And the problem with that phase is that as autistic people, we don't like change and we don't like transition. So we get really, really comfortable in lump zone. We actually kind of mold ourselves carefully into lump zone, and just kind of settle in for the long haul into lump zone. And the problem is that if you hang out in lump zone too long, you set yourself into burnout. And long-term burnout is our biggest problem, right? It is the thing that stops our lives in the middle of itself, wherever it is. And it's not a fun place to be. So lump zone is slightly better, but you have to remember that you need to get out of that inertia. And inertia, when we describe it, look, I mean, those are two words I would love for you guys to look up if you're not 100% sure what they mean. Inertia and disillusionment. Both of them, that feeling of disillusionment describes for me that thing. In our group, Miriam described it as grief. It's a grief feeling almost. Or something, grief can set it off too, being sad about the loss of something, right? And then you want to get out. You need to get out. And so there are things that we need to do as autistic people to kind of kickstart ourselves, because the idea of getting out of a very comfortable lump zone is not at all appealing. And it's just not. And so what we're going to do is we're going to want to stay there. And then even though we know we shouldn't. And so it's at that point where our logical brain needs to take over and say, no, really, I need to get out of here because burnout is so much worse than just inertia, right? And so in an effort to kind of kick yourself out of it, you got to find your thing, right? And so I've written an article. I will try to remember to share it when I share the live stream. I'll try to put it in the description if I remember. I'll really try. Otherwise, I'm sharing it across social media, actually, because the universe is so amazing. I scheduled it to share on Thursday, this article anyway, for some odd reason, right? Really weird. Miriam, I hope you're paying attention. Was that not the weirdest thing that I scheduled this article to come out also? Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of the whole situation. Now, the way to get out of it is to find your kick, right? And I talk about kicks all the time because I love it. I can visually picture it. So if you've never seen the movie Inception, please see the movie Inception. First of all, I know it has little problems with it. I've seen some of it. I know, okay, because I'm a movie buff too, but I love this movie. I love it. I love the concept of it. I love the way it's filmed. I love the people in it, the whole dealie, right? But the concept in Inception is that you put people to kind of into a dream state, and that you need to kick them out of that dream state, right? And that's what I talk about when I mean a kick. We need something external from ourselves to kind of kick us out of that inertia. And sometimes we have to create the opportunity for that kick. And by that, I mean, we need to not passively wait for a kick, but actively seek out a kick. And so for me, I gave the example, there are a couple of particular songs that work really well for me as a kick. Also, I know physically moving is a good kick for me too. And so when I combine the two, like going for a walk outside in nature while listening to some of these songs and artists, that tends to begin my spark, or a lyric will kind of touch me in the right way. It might spark an idea for a blog, and that begins the climbing out. For other people, it's a creation thing. They need to do something with their hands, maybe make something with clay, maybe cook or bake, or maybe do some painting, create music. I don't know, whatever your thing is, but you need to make something out of nothingness, because that is where you feel like there is nothing anymore. So you need to create something in there. That is a wonderful kick. The article has a bunch of other ones, but that's the one that I use. And you need to go seek your kick. You got to go find it, right? The other thing is, when we feel the beginning stages of inertia, we need to know that we are tired. I mean, like in a really general way, we are tired, overwhelmed, needing a break, right? And so maybe you've been pushing really hard for a while about a particular thing, or focused on a particular goal. That thing drops, it kicks off the inertia. You don't want to stay on that goal anymore, and you need to kick yourself back into it. You mentally know that you need to get out of the inertia, right? And so we need to remember that right when we're starting to feel that disillusionment feeling, we need to rest before the inertia arrives, right? Because if we stay in that disillusionment period for too long, the inertia will inevitably arrive. So you have times, you have moments in the cycle that you can catch yourself before it gets worse, right? And so that's the goal. That's the goal with kind of our understanding of our brain, the way we want to function in the world is around inertia and all of our other challenges, is to find a way to not let these challenges of living autistically kind of get in the way of our thriving. We don't want them to get so big that they get in the way of our thriving, right? So that's kind of an introduction to autistic inertia. It's kind of what we just kind of jazzy talked about, because it's a cycle thing, right? And knowing that those cycles will happen, right? You don't have control of everything. And I think what happens is we kind of, that thing drops in and it takes away any sense of control we feel like we have over whatever the situation is. And that is so disappointing and frustrating and upsetting and saddening and depressing and all at the same time, right? And I don't know, it's just, we got to catch ourselves in that mental moment and break the inertia before it begins there, I think, is the key. So knowing that we tend towards these feelings of disillusionment, that tends to be our response, and to kind of just own that, I guess, kind of just own that is part of our way of being, that it's just part of the autismness, and kind of prepare ourselves, I suppose, the best way we can. I am going to catch up in chat for a second because I feel like there's good conversation happening. Yay, Joe loves Inception. Yay. Okay, I'm going to go back up because I missed so much. Yeah, swearing, of course, lump zone. I know your internal monologue there, Joe, because we all are not alone anymore. When we share with other autistic people, we get a lot of that, me too stuff. Suddenly you're sharing with people who are like you. And so you'll hear this a lot. It will happen with a lot of other autistic people. I don't know if everybody talks about their internal monologue as freely as I do, but whatevs. But yeah, let's see. I love the word enemy. I learned about years ago. It's a concept from Durkheim that connects disillusionment. But enemy is when the structures and norms we are used to vanish. Oh, that's a beautiful word. I love that. That's a great word. That it might even be more accurate than inertia, enemy. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go look at the definitions afterwards, because I'm a words person, not because I'm autistic or it's that big of a deal. I just am interested. Let's see. Joe loves that. Okay. Miriam, that's like when I filmed the one video before one of the units that had a similar ideas and different wording. Yes, exactly, right? And so we call that synchronicity. That's another one that's another one of those woo-woo terms that I talk about synchronicity. And synchronicity actually is a signifier that you are in alignment with not only yourself, but with what the universe wants for you as well. So synchronicity, meaning that I decided well before my conversation today with everyone that I was going to share the inertia piece because it's so important. And maybe subconsciously, because I've been kind of in this disillusionment or enemy state, right? And I guess I kind of instinctively shared it. And knowing that seasonal depression is coming, yay, excitement, all of that fun stuff. But yeah, that's exactly what happened, synchronicity. And so I think it's crazy, but when you start to see it, you can't unsee it. So sorry, guys. Anybody who was in the call today and just watched this live stream and knows about that, yeah, synchronicity. That's how the universe talks to you. Okay, let's see. Joe uses music. Yes, it's exactly my kick to find a creative outlet. I just have to learn to recognize it. Yes, Bill, that's the win. The win comes from our recognition. Not that it happens, because it's going to happen. It's part of our cycle. It's part of the way that we live and function. And knowing that you can't truly avoid it, but instead learning to be aware of it and prepare for it, know it's coming, that kind of thing. Recognizing it, I guess, is great. Okay, let's see. What else? That's the thing. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. I try to scatter a few little rituals through the day as maintenance. That's awesome. Those are great. And I mean, the stopping points throughout your day where you can realign yourself or make sure, or just check in that you're staying in alignment. That's so important. You got to do that. Enemy is different. It's more connected to depression in his work. Okay. Well, there's no reason we can't co-opt it. If we think it really suits us, we might as well steal it. I'll go take a look. We can decide as the two of us or as the group of us, which one we think kind of suits us better. But the idea of it, I think inertia almost works better only because it's like a rougher word, and that's how it feels. Inertia just feels like somebody poured cement over you and it's slowly drying around you. That's how it feels. And so, yeah, I'm definitely going to look it up after here for sure. And I did send you the article, Miriam, so it's in your inbox somewhere. Anyway, And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, because we were having such a good conversation. And so it makes sense to me that the universe must have wanted me to continue to share and to continue to talk about autistic inertia today, because somebody else out there might just need it. And also maybe universe, you wily universe, because I'm feeling a little bit in that disillusionment state, and I'm feeling like I could see inertia around the corner. And maybe because of that, I feel like it's something I need to talk about, because it's something that I am recognizing in myself. So yeah, yay for shared journeys, yay for helping support each other. It's a state of nothingness. I don't know. This one is good, Miriam. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. So everybody go home and look up anime, because I think it's a really, not only that, I like saying it too. It kind of feels pretty. It feels like a pretty word. And inertia is kind of an ugly word, but inertia is sort of ugly. So maybe anime is maybe the pre-inertia state, is probably what it feels like, that moment of nothingness where you just click off when the switch turns, right? I don't know. We'll figure it out, you guys, because nobody else is figuring it out for us. And we talked about that too. And just now, nobody is out there doing adult supports for us. So we need to compile ourselves together as a group and create them. And like I say, my course is just an option. I don't even want it to be the best option. I just want it to be the first domino that kicks off all the other ones. So, and that you guys start working on making your own supports out there, because our life is happening right now, and to have to wait for someone else to say it's okay to live your life a certain way, or to make your life fit you the way you need it, that's on you. And you should really be making that a priority, right? That's not for other people to decide for you. Anyway, so that's that. I am gonna say goodbye, I guess. It's been about 20 minutes. That's good usually for our live stream. And if I don't have anything else good to say, I'm not gonna waste your spoons listening. So, interesting, CV. I like that. So we're going to, I guess, continue this conversation, because we're all enjoying it. I hope you've learned something about autistic inertia. Thank you guys for spending even more time with me today as I do the live stream of Being Becca. I'm Becca Lori Hector, and I will see you next Tuesday, of course, for the next Being Becca, but I will also see you on a Sunday for the brand new Growing Gratitude. I'm out there. I'll see you guys on the interweb. Email me if you need to. Comment on this video. Please let me know with your thumbs up or thumbs down if I should keep doing this, if you've enjoyed it. And of course, don't miss the opportunity to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today for Being Becca, and I will see you soon. Bye.